guys, Nicole Blosnitz here. I haven't been on for a while because I've been a little bit busy doing just stuff, and I've been going on some doctor's visits and dealing with all that stuff. Well, oh, sorry, my eyeliner is running today. Um, just been getting stuff done, doing what I gotta do. Um, yeah, so just been doing all that, doing runarounds, doing what I gotta do, and like I said, and um, I guess this could kind of be also an update on letting you guys know exactly what's going on with my medical, because last time I told you guys I thought they said I had RA, but that was my primary. But when I went to the specialist, he didn't say that I didn't have it. He just said he can't clarify yet if I do or not, and there's a reason behind that, and I'm about to explain that to you now. But he did say that he did 100% diagnose me with fibromyalgia. And he told me that he thinks that my mother had it because of everything I was telling him about her and her pains and her chronic pains growing up, and a lot of the medications that she was on. And he thinks that that's why she was on a lot of them, is the doctors back then just didn't know how to diagnose her with it, because back then they didn't know how to diagnose people with fibromyalgia, but now they do, and they think that's what was wrong with her, and that's why she was on so many medications for her pain levels and pains and everything. Um, and they were telling me that no, it works kind of different. It doesn't always happen with a person that has it in your family. It's not totally genetic, but it is. Like, you can still get it if someone has it, but it doesn't mean that you will. And I guess I'm just one of those lucky ones. I have it. And I did tell you guys that I did test positive for lupus, which was true. I'm still testing positive for lupus. When he reran the test, I still test positive for lupus. He said that usually is associated with people that have RA, but because, like I said, he says I have to have a super flare up for him to tell at that moment, because that's how they tell, is if when you have a flare up of it, that's when they could tell if it's RA or not RA. And so he's waiting for me to have a flare ups, and he's waiting me. I gotta do some recordings of it, of my body when my arms or my legs go out and I lose full functioning of them, so that he could just see what's happening in that, because they do get hot and red and they get swollen and huge, and I can barely walk sometimes. And my arms do the same thing sometimes, like in my elbow area, my wrists, my hands, my fingers, they swell really bad, and they get painful. But that's also fibromyalgia, so like there's things that mimic it. So it's like he's hoping I don't have both, because he said that could be really bad, but he says he can't rule it out yet. But he said that I will always test positive for lupus, though, because apparently I'm going to be, because he just said I will, because every time he tested me so far, I have tested positive for signs of lupus. But he says I don't have lupus, which I found out you can still test positive for lupus through him, but not have it. So that's a good sign, I guess you could say. It's not good that I'm testing positive for it, but it's good that I don't have it. Because he said if I would have had lupus, I would have already been either dead or on a transplant list and almost dying. Because I've been dealing with this for the last 10 years, and we've been trying to figure it out. This all took place back in 2014. And I've been dealing with it all the way up till now. And we had thought it was the one condition I already have, which is spondylosis and scoliosis in my back. And I have like 3 crushed discs in my lower back, and a couple of other things that they were saying that was back there. And so yeah, I have that all going on in my back too. I'm broken a little bit. And so they're trying to figure out what to do with that, but they don't want to do the surgery yet. They said that I could still live, but if it doesn't get better, then yeah. So right now I just take some pain meds to manage that pain, so I can do my day-to-day life and do day-to-day activities and still be 100% active in what I want to do. But right now, with this fibromyalgia, flare-ups, and all that stuff, I'm still having issues, but we're trying to get to the bottom of it so that doesn't stop me anymore, and I can keep going full power. Like I could go full power for a couple days, and then it's like, bam, I'm hit with a rock. And then it's like I could go again, and I could go again, and sometimes I could go for a while, and then it's like just out of nowhere, boom, done. It's like lightning strikes. So we're hoping to get that under control soon. I hope. But right now, I kind of have this scoliosis and this spondylosis under control to an extent, with some help of pain management and some pain patches I use, that they told me it was the best thing to do. And I ice it too, so that helps. And then like I also have carpal tunnel, and I had carpal tunnel surgery on both of my hands, as you can tell if you can see the scar. I don't know if you can see them on both hands or not, but that one you could kind of see. That's the one where the nurse, they had a nurse that they were training, and she ripped the stitch. So yeah, that one you could kind of see more than the other one. But they went in my hands and cut them and did the carpal tunnel surgery on those, on both hands. And I spent a whole summer not being able to do anything fun, and I couldn't do anything on my own without help. Because it was like literally they did one hand and then they went in and they did the other hand, and I was like, oh. And I was all bandaged up, and I had like these big, like, weird Velcro cast on my hands and stuff. And then I had those on for another 6 months on each hand too. So, and then I had to go to physical therapy for each hand to relearn how to work my hands, and they had to make sure I could still write and everything and all that good stuff. Because when they went in there, they really had to go in all the way up kind of my arm with a rod like thing and clean all the piping and snips. So they snipped the band inside my wrist, and then they went in with like a thing like that went up my arm to just like, kind of clean the pipes and all that good stuff in your arm that, for carpal tunnel. It's a pretty, I don't even remember the surgery. And it wasn't very painful. It was painful if I moved my hands the wrong way when the stitches were in, but once the stitches were out, I was fine. But yeah, so I've been dealing with that surgery, and then I haven't gotten any other my skin removal surgeries because, well, I've told you guys in previously other videos, I am terrified to go back under the knife. I threw 2 pulmonary embolisms and almost died from this last one, from getting my my stomach skin removal surgery, and I threw 2 pulmonary embolisms, and I was rushed to the emergency room, and I was hospitalized. And they said I was lucky to be alive. And even when they sent me home, they didn't even want to send me home. They said I was still at risk. Because when I came home, I had to be on bed rest. I wasn't allowed to do anything. Wasn't allowed to do absolutely nothing. But sit and be good. Because they were afraid that if the blood clot went up my leg, it was heading to my heart, and it was going to kill me. They said that one was going to kill me. They said the other one was already traveling to the heart, and it had already hit my lung, and it was trying to kill me. And that's why I couldn't breathe. I was suffocating, literally, from the inside out. And they were afraid that that's what was going to happen on the other side. But this time they thought it was going to hit my heart. And they said both of them could have killed me at the same time. And I'm just thankful that the doctors were there for me and they did their job. And yeah, so that's another reason why I haven't gotten the rest of my skin removal surgery. And there's a lot of skin removal to do, and I'm just terrified because they told me now that I've had thrown 2 pulmonary embolisms, I will always have to worry about throwing more. And this time I wouldn't be able to leave the hospital like I did on all the other surgeries. I'd have to stay longer than an average person would normally stay after surgery because I'm considered what they considered a high-risk patient because I threw 2 pulmonary embolisms at the same time. And that's bad. Horrible. Not good. And so, yeah, dealing with all that. Trying to move ahead on that, but also terrified of moving further. So, been dealing with that, and pretty much has been what I've been up to. Other than, hanging out with my kids and just been chilling. Taking them to work, doing things I gotta do. Alright, well, enough chit-chat. I've spent already enough time on here telling you guys what I've been up to about my medical health update. So, thanks for watching. If you like this, please go like and subscribe to my channel. And please share if you'd like to share this with other people. I would appreciate it. And I am glad you chose my channel. So thank you and have a great day, guys. Bye.